The meaning of the word Guyana is the land of many waters. It was once a big and undiscovered part of South America. This area consists of multiple countries: Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana, and a small part of Venezuela and Brazil. Ever since its discovery by the Western world, the people and their land have been an inspiration for legends and art by explorers. This is a 17th century map named New Map of the Wondrous and Gold-Rich Land of Guyana, and is currently on display at the Great Suriname Exhibition in Amsterdam. The annotation on the map describe the indigenous people and animals. They give information on the climate, geography, location of waterway, and coastal villages. The map was made by the Flemish cartographer Jodocus Hondius in 1598. He opened his own publishing company in Amsterdam in 1593 and became one of the most famous cartographers in the country. He was in close contact with English explorers who traveled the world in the age of discovery, such as Francis Drake, Thomas Cavendish, and most importantly, Sir Walter Raleigh. His writing formed the basis of many elements of this map. Walter Raleigh traveled to Guyana on 3 occasions between 1594 and 1596 in search of the Golden Lake of El Dorado. This legend, told by the indigenous people to Spanish conquistadores, inspired many European explorers to visit the area in search of fortune and gold. We can see a depiction of it on our map, right above the 2 figures in the center. Is this the same Golden Lake as referred to by the legend of El Dorado? We don't know, as the Golden Lake of El Dorado is yet to be discovered. The idea that monster roamed the edges of the world has been around for centuries, perhaps made famous by Pliny the Elder in his book Historia Naturalis in the 1st century AD. But even Pliny refers to earlier Greek texts mentioning a dog-headed race living in the mountain of India. There is a kind of man with heads like dog, clad all over with the skin of wild beasts, who, in lieu of speech, used to bark. Additionally, various species of mythical headless men were rumored to inhabit remote parts of the world. Pliny described these people as lacking a head and having their facial features on their chest. The headless men can be spotted on the map made by Andrea Bianco in the 15th century. Sir Walter Raleigh reports the headless men in his book Discover of Guyana as well, calling them Ewa Panoma. According to geographer Johan de Laet, these natives' heads were set so close to their shoulders that they were led to believe their eyes were attached to the shoulder and their mouth to their breast. The second peculiar illustration on this map is that of the Amazonian woman. Raleigh describes Amazon as a nation consisting exclusively of women. The legend of Amazons can be traced back to Greek mythology, when this female warrior tribe was believed to live in Asia Minor, what is modern-day Turkey. In 1542, Francisco Orellana was the first to link the Amazons to South America. He claimed to have encountered and fought a tribe of warrior women by a river that we now know as the Amazon. According to Sir Walter Raleigh, and as described on our map, they are very cruel and bloodthirsty toward their enemies and possess a lot of gold. In medieval times, adding monster to the ages of maps and manuscripts might have functioned as a warning or demonstration of what man could become if he did not follow God's will, a deformed being, somewhere between a man and a beast. In the colonial context of the Age of Discovery, it seems more symbolic of the other and the idea of linking old myths to the new world as a way to interpret what was seen as the end of civilization. As they did in the Middle East, Europeans made images of the other in order to civilize that world. Maps are but a distorted representation of a territory and the first stage to assert control over it. The making of images by the West has been widely discussed in Edward Said's post-colonial theory and offers an interesting perspective on the symbolic and practical use of this map.